Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before the national championship game. We'll find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, the chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up for this semifinal collision. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Tackled way behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose 7 yards.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from a defense. As the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Second and long, backed up at the 7-yard line. Dropping back, it's Aller. Looking to make a big play downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Touchdown, Penn State. This quarterback on fire today. Come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And they tack on the extra point. Now they get set to kick it away. First down here for this offense. They'll hand it off. He shreds the tackle. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
Chris, I don't know. There's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a really physical approach at the line of scrimmage, and backs that are able to pick up first downs like that right there. Beautiful play.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll run it to the left. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big third down now for this offense. They're down early in the game with all the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
Dropping back, it's Simpson. Contact as he threw it. Oh, that one's picked off. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense near midfield.
Sometimes that primetime game, the whole nation is watching, brings out some extra energy, some nerves. Maybe the quarterback is feeling that a little bit. I did not expect him to throw a pick, especially on the opening drive.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
That gain sets up a 3rd down play. Grab down the middle. It's Reynolds. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down. And the Nittany Lions will crank up the tempo. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. This will fall incomplete and a turnover on downs.
Oh my gosh, a drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a 1st down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
2nd down after that previous play. To the air. It's Simpson. And that pass falls incomplete.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Dropping back. We're going to throw for the 1st down. He'll take a deep shot here. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the 2nd half.
The returner is brought down. It's a start on the next drive. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. Last time the defense got a big 4th down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
He makes the grab.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Crucial 3rd down play right here. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. He shreds the tackle. The Nittany Lions pick up enough yardage for a 1st down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, and no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
The Nittany Lions starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Takes the ball and heads to the left. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Inside the 10. No stopping and takes it all the way. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
Now the all-important extra point. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Bringing it out, it's Hamilton. And he steps out after reaching the 30. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out, and they put something together in this drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Fires it to the wideout. Not able to connect. Incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Here's the second down play. Takes the handoff. It's Haynes.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Clear movement before the snap, and it'll be a false start. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Tough spot. The offense has to convert the 3rd and long from the 30 to get this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's going for a big play downfield. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. One team ready to boot it away. Trying to kick it away, helping his team with field position. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Dropping back. It's Aller. Quick completion to the tight end. Tackle made after a big gain.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Just trying to get rid of it. And the pass is just thrown away. Clearly intentional grounding. And here comes the penalty mark. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And the back now goes in motion. Looking to pass here on second down. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's third down.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, and hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
That's reeled in. It's Smith. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's fourth down.
Well, that's a good job by this offense to at least get some positive yards. They kind of put themselves in a tough spot getting behind the sticks. But now, after that big gain, let's see what happens.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. And the kick bounces and goes out of bounds down near the goal line. Outstanding work by the punter. Here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown. Tie.
I can't believe they threw the football. I think the defense is surprised as well. It looked like they had everybody up near the line of scrimmage to just stop the run because they thought they might take the easy way out. Instead, they show confidence in the quarterback. They throw the football, and my gosh, does it pay off. 99 yards for a touchdown.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Scanning the field, it's Aller. And here comes a deep shot. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, that's going to go down as an incompletion, obviously. But I like that the quarterback showed his ability to escape. Broke loose from the pocket and put the ball on a string. But just wasn't able to come up with that completion.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Caught in the backfield. It's Smith. They don't convert. In fact, he's tackled for a loss on that third down play.
Man, really good job here by the defense. Flying around, recognizing the ball is out, and then making the tackle short of the first down.
And they'll kick it away here. And the punt will bounce out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the backside rules for a defense against the run are to check for the cutback, a counter, or a reverse. That time they stayed home and were in perfect position. They're able to stop that reverse in its track.
Receiver in motion now. Takes the handoff and he'll head left. And tackled after a small pickup there.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Hamilton. They get him at the 42, good enough for a first down.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Simpson. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. He's going to hand this off. Fighting him off. Did well to avoid a loss there, but it's no gain on the play. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Receiver makes the catch. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have 1st and goal right there. So it's a 1st down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the 2nd and 3rd-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
To see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. The coordinator moves to a heavy blitz look here. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
After a long drive, it's a 3rd down. Is it a touchdown or a field goal? This is a 4-point play. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. So it'll be a chip shot from the right hash mark. This one is right through.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So they settle for 3 here, and now the kickoff. See if the opposing offense can answer before halftime. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. Interesting position here. How aggressive do they get to try to add to this lead before halftime? Looks to the left for a quick throw. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator is doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Well, this receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this 1st half.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's incomplete. Tried for a big play there as time runs out in the 1st half. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Nittany Lions will kick this away to start the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hamilton. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. the Alabama offense onto the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
The gain makes it second and medium. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Looking for some space. It's Young. They stop him right at the 24.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Defense looking to bring heavy pressure here. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Tackle, but first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Here's the handoff when the Jets sweep. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, this is the risk you take when you run this play. Sometimes it works, sometimes it backfires. And this time it backfires on the offense by going backwards for a tackle for loss.
Important second down play coming up. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Bringing pressure. Short throw to the back, an easy completion. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice game.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just a different level of quarterback play and really gives this offense.
And he's going to float this one to the right side. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Not a real good throw here. He put too much air under the ball, turned into a floater. Now defensively, this is a dream. All you're thinking in that situation is just don't drop it. It's almost like a fair catch on a punt.
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. But the play loses yardage. Very tough second down coming up now.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He's running out of time here. Grab down the middle. It's Pena. They bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure works. The Nittany Lions will send their punt team onto the field. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Looking for the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receivers. That's really where we are anymore with Alabama. You just come to expect great receivers like this. You think back in recent years to Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. The list goes on and on. Boy, they've got some great look. this squad.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking to throw. It's Simpson. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Snags a quick throw. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
Defense bunching at the line, showing blitz. Offense will keep it on the ground here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. Now it's 3rd and short in the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to his target. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. Not much room in that return. Tackled at the 16, but an important takeaway for this defense.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of preparing himself to get ready for this football game. It's his 2nd interception in this game so far. Obviously reviewed the tape, is locked in on his fundamentals. That's a big-time player making big-time plays.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Back to throw. It's Allen. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Defense is coming after him. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
Chris, I just don't know about this call. I like the aggressive approach, but at this point, late in the game, playing with the lead, third down and long, maybe you run the ball. Work that clock. Continue to think about the big picture. Now you're facing 4th down and long, and I think you got to punt it away and hope the defense can secure a victory.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. And he'll be forced out of bounds after a small pickup on that return. offense back onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Handoff heading left. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. An explosive play. Moves the ball across midfield. They'll spot it at the 38.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. And looking to throw now on first down. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
1st and goal, handoff. And that's a solid gain for the defense able to bring him down.
Chris, that's positive yards on 1st and goal, which is obviously good. But now we're at this point in the game, critical series. They've got to find a way to get the ball in the end zone.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. Back to pass. It's Simpson. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter. Now an important PAT to stretch the lead to a field goal. Kick is up and good. They go up by 3 here in the 4th quarter. Can they hang on? Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And the kickoff will be returned. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, has just really been the story of the game. This defense has completely eliminated this offense's ability to run the football, made them one-dimensional, and that's why they haven't been able to put many points on the board.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Punt over the middle. It's Smith. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a 1st down. The Nittany Lions come up to the line in a hurry-up.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the 1st down in the process.
Airing this one out toward the sideline. He's got it down the left sideline for a huge gain. And a huge gain. They finally bring him down at the 11.
Well, when the dust settles and the games are over, it's how many big plays did you create and how many did you prevent. This is a huge play for this offense. Now, can they get the ball into the end zone or they have to settle for 3?
And the wideout goes in motion. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Touchdown, Penn State. And they take the lead in the 4th quarter. Now they'll try to tack on the PAT late in this close game. PAT up and good, so the lead is 4 here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Bringing it out, it's Hamilton. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Pressure, and he lofts it toward the sideline. And the pass is dropped, incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Now it's second down here. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw.
Well, the quarterback makes a mistake here. That's football 101. Once you get outside of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation and not take the sack, especially in the fourth quarter.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive. And they'll loft this one deep to the left side. Nearly intercepted there. That was almost the ball game. But it does set up fourth down.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in the football game. An incompletion on third down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
Looking to throw for the first down. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete to end the drive. A turnover on downs. You're in the late stages of this game.
Well, this decision clearly backfires on this offense. Backed up inside their own 10-yard line, and you go for it? I mean, I get being aggressive, but that's just not smart football.
He's swarmed by the defense.
Boy, when you're defending this offensive coordinator, you have to be ready for anything. This is not something I'd expect to see down in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. This is a squib kick. Picked up by one of the up men. Tackle is made at the 43, but that's a good return and good starting field position. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. That last possession, they got stopped on fourth down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. The junior trying to take a shot, but overthrows his man. So second down after the incompletion. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot. Catch made for a big game, but the fans are wondering where was that earlier in this football game. Now a timeout is called with just 10 seconds left to play. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Back to pass. It's Simpson. Looking for his big tight end. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. He's got some room and some blockers here. It's a fumble. Offense recovers the fumble, maintains possession. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship.